Huh?
I am the tips of Christmas past.
Ho, ho, ho. I am the tips of Christmas present.
I am the tips
Look
of...
out, there's a black woman coming! Ah!
God bless us, everyone.
To share that story with all of you. All right, that's one of the major focuses of today's show. Also, as you can see, I have a new boom mic arm. Now, the improvements to the studio ever improved. And now I actually feel confident calling this a studio. Previously, it was just a musky, dark room full of equipment that was not well set up, that was not well executed. It was just a mess for a decade. But now I actually have a studio, and I feel confident about it. So, FYI, some of the improvements I'm trying to make right now are, audio-visual stuff. Visual, I think we've really gotten to a point where, the lighting's better, the camera's better, the capture quality and streaming quality is better. But now it's time to kind of tweak a little bit with the audio. And everyone who does this professionally has a good mic system, except for me. For a decade, I had this microphone sitting on a very low-grade tripod. It was always in the shop. It was always badly placed. And because of that, I was just like, man, the audio was what it was. It wasn't even until earlier this year that I started messing with microphone filters, which I could have been using for the greater part of a decade, right? So now, with the new setup, I've been messing with different boom arms. I actually got two, okay? Well, first of all, I got this weighted, like stand to put on the desk. It didn't really work. We used it for a day, and it wasn't really working. It was kind of like not doing the angles that I wanted, and it wasn't giving me the flexibility that I wanted. So I actually ordered two different brands of microphone boom arm. And I guess we'll get into it now. Let's cover this now before we get to the Christmas story. Why not just, cover this topic? So, here's the deal with trying to order stuff online, okay? You cannot trust how anything looks. You cannot trust online reviews. None of it is trustworthy. Zero. You can't tell anything, right? You just can't. It's so confusing. And even pricing to some extent. You might think, oh, I'm paying more for this one than this one, it'll be better. Even that isn't necessarily the case. You're looking on a place like Amazon, okay, microphone boom arms. Well, they're all generally the same product. But some look different than others, some claim to have more features than others. The reviews are such bullshit. Oh yeah, this one has 3,000 positive reviews. But how many are real and how many are botted and how many are bought? Because a lot of these companies are like, oh, if you buy our product and then you go leave a positive review, we send you something free. That actually happened to me a few years ago. I bought this fan off Amazon that was supposed to be a quiet fan, and it outright said, if you leave the review after the fact, we will send you another fan for free, and they did. So it's all a game, right? It really is. So right now, here's my setup. I have a boom arm from one company, and I'm actually using a clamp from another company. What do you mean, Phil? Well, I ordered two boom arms. All right, both of them had similar ratings. They were both around like 30, 40 bucks each, okay? And I'm like, well, let me try two, because I can easily return stuff from Amazon. All you got to do is process it, bring it to the local cold store. Not a big deal. Let's try them, right? So I order them. They both show up, and they both look almost the same. They almost look like the same product, right? And you open them up, and you try to adjust. One of them is easily maneuverable, adjustable, seems pretty heavy-duty, seems like great quality craftsmanship. Even has this place inside. You can take a piece of rubber off the back, and you can actually put your microphone wire through this channel and then put the piece of rubber back in, so it holds its like hidden mic cable management. I'm like, oh, that's a nice feature, right? So this is the boom arm that I was actually using just a couple days ago for the first time. But the problem is, the clamp they gave you was terrible. It was like a really low-end clamp. It didn't have a good grip. It wasn't even like deep enough to really grab the end of the table. So I go to put it on my table and I get it on there tight and I'm using it, and all of a sudden it falls off during the stream the other day. And I'm like, well, that's obviously not ideal. Can't have that happening. So then I come to find out none of these clamps really work with this style of table that I have in front of me. This is a laptop table I've had for a decade that has a curved bottom. It's not like a chunky square at the end. Instead, it's like this weird like curved bottom that's like kind of contoured to be stylish, but nothing will clamp on this now. So then I put the clamp on this one, which is my new table that I just bought that I can roll around. It's like a computer desk. And it fit better, but even then it wasn't great. So I was like, well, wait a minute, the clamp on the other one looks good. Let me try the other arm. So actually, after my stream the other day, I installed the other arm. It sucked. It was stiff. It was not easily maneuverable at all. And it didn't even seem to really like to want to move and stay in the places that I wanted it to. So right now, what I have is a Frankenstein setup. What a surprise, right? I'm using the clamp from the arm that's not very good, but I've combined that with the arm that's better, and that's what I'm using. And I've clamped it onto this movable desk. So now when I'm podcasting, I have the ability to flexibly move this around. I can even get it, look, closer to me if I so choose to make it sound better. Right? I can move it around easily, like very maneuverable, which is very nice. I like that flexibility. You know, if you say, oh, can't hear you too good, well, I can maneuver it to a different position, and now you guys can hear me much better, right? So that's a good thing. But now when I game, I can turn over here, and I can actually like fold it up, and I can have it going over here. So we have this maneuverability now with the mic, with this boom arm, okay? So that's cool, right? And that's something, again, I'm just catching up with technology. This is something that everyone has had for a long time. Anyone who does this professionally has had this kind of stuff, and I never did. You know, now I can actually sound as good as everyone else and have all the features that everyone else has had for a long time. What I'd like to do is I would like to mess with it a little bit today on the show. I'm going to ask for your feedback. Does it sound better here? Does it look better here? Because right now, I probably sound good because the microphone is literally right in front of my face. But as you can see, it's way on camera. Look, it's really hanging, you know, up. I have the ability to make this go really high up and then bend it down if I wanted to. And now it's almost completely off camera, right? But now I don't know how I sound because I'm talking straight and the microphone's there. This is what they call, I believe they call this is it a condenser mic or a cardioid mic? Basically, the way this mic works, it stands up and it captures audio in the front. It's really good at capturing audio in the front, okay? But it's not good at capturing audio from other directions. We tested this the other day. I tried talking into the top of the mic. Want to test that right now? So now I'm going to talk into the top of the mic. Ready? Hey everyone, I'm talking directly into the top of the mic right now. How does that sound? Muffled, right? Because this is not a mic designed for this. There are microphones designed for that, but not this one. Correct? Now, can we confirm that this is sounding more muffled? It sounds the same, does it? This sounds the same to you guys right now? Really? Because if so, I mean, that's amazing, because this might even be better doing it that way, because we tested it the other day, and you guys said that it didn't sound as good. It sounds the same. Well, that's excellent. If that's the case, we might even have more maneuverability than I expected. Sounds a bit dry, but sounds good. Super Bonchon says, no, it sounds horrible. Well, can we see what I mean? This is why I need feedback. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. Because there are microphones designed that you aim the tip at you. And those usually pick up more sound in the atmosphere, but they're more directed. So like this, you could target at you and aim it in the word, right? What do you guys think? Because it's, again, this is not supposed to be that kind of microphone. This microphone is supposed to be like this. It's like a wind tunnel. AMS says it's like a wind tunnel now. This microphone's supposed to be used like this. Okay? Just like that, where I talk directly into the front. That's the design. They do have microphones that you can get, and it would be an easy swap because it's the same cable, XLR cable. All you need to do is get the different type of microphone where you aim at the top, and it's just a different way to pick up the audio. All right? So I don't sound the same when I tilt it. It picks you up much better this way. That's what I thought. This is the kind of mic it is. It's meant to be a mic that you talk to the front. Okay? Now, here's a question. So you hear me now. I'm talking directly to the front of the mic. Okay? Now, let's try to maneuver it a little higher. People are saying it sounds much better this way. I'm glad to hear that's what I thought. Much better. Exactly. This is now picking up the full range of my voice, including bass and everything. And that's the difference. If I have it far away, you don't hear any bass. Okay? Let me try something. I want to see how high can I make this microphone, like off camera. Right? So now it's like way above off camera. Okay? And now if I angle it down, it's never really going to work for me, especially because the way I'm gaming now, it's going to block my whole arm and everything if I were to have one like that. Or it would block my line of sight to the TV. So I don't want that. A lot of people are using that because they're more like PC gamers sitting at a desk with monitors right in front of them, but I don't have that. So I don't think that would work. Get a Shure SM7B microphone and point it down. Yeah, is that a good one? Let me take a look. Probably super expensive. Watch this. Shure SM7B. Here it is. Oh yeah. For a low price of $359. Oh, pittance, right? That's like, I far out that kind of money, right? Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Of course. $359. Limited time deal. Oh, yeah, limited time deal, my ass. I'm trying to see what it uses. Does it just use XLR cable? I mean, I'm probably not getting a $360 mic. That seems a bit excessive. But this is the kind that you would dangle from this boom arm and point directly at you. What's weird is I'm not sure it uses the XLR cable. It says XLR, but I'm not seeing it use an XLR cable. Oh, wait, I think it is. Is that it right there? It is. It uses XLR. It's just upside down. Okay. Because my whole setup would work. I would just need the new microphone. Oh, $360 is a big ask. That's so expensive, man. Damn, they even sell one that has the built-in preamp. See, I have the preamp, the Scarlet over here. That's what I've used for a decade, and my preamp is fine. But, damn, it has one with a built-in preamp for only $450. Oh, what a steal. Like Samar says, it's cutting out my voice when I move away. So let's test this. When I'm talking over here, you can't hear me. There's a lower-end Shure MV7 that's $250 and a great choice for the price point. Well, this is definitely the kind that you can aim. That you aim directly at you. And it's definitely the more modern version of everything. Yeah. I would just have it go right here, and it would aim right there, and then the XLR would go there, yeah. Well, I'll think about it. I mean, that's super expensive. I don't know if I want to spend that much. That's quite expensive. Maybe, like you said, there's a similar one that's a lot cheaper. Have to see. Simply the first choice for voice. I like how they... the first choice for voice. Oh, yeah. Lexamar says, we can still hear you when you're facing away, but it sounds muffled. So this is still an awesome upgrade, especially when you're gaming. Love the upgrades to your setup lately. Thank you. The cost of doing business. Well, no. Admittedly, here's the deal. I want to do all the upgrades before the end of the year. Anything that I buy right now is basically an end of the year tax write-off. So all these upgrades I'm doing are all tax write-offs for the end of 2024. So it makes more sense to do them all before the end of December than to hold off. So I might do it. We'll see. I'll think about it. No, we're not. Could everyone shut up about RGB? People are just being stupid. Everything has to be RGB. No, it doesn't. They do. They have. I'm not even kidding you. They have RGB boom arms. RGB boom arms. Who the hell's going to see the RGBs on that? The idea of a boom arm is to keep them off the camera. That's why you have the boom arm. So everything's off camera. Why would you want an RGB boom arm? Right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's just silly. Mount the mic upside down. It's too high right now. You mean spin it upside down? I could. Let me see.